My name is Hex, and welcome to A Mistake. On today's agenda, we have a very interesting game. Well, not really a game. It's just a thing. This is the definitive Hex FNAF character tier list. Because nothing says I hate my fans quite like a tier list. And the reason I say that is because I guarantee this tier list will piss you off. Like I said in the Roxanne mimic video, I don't like having strong opinions. Except when it comes to these dolts. Also, Markiplier did the whole FNAF tier list thing on his podcast, and that seemed really fun. So now I'm stealing ideas from Markiplier. Also, before we begin, I have 2 of these open for a very specific reason. I don't know why. Finding a full FNAF character tier list, I swear to God, it would be easier to pilot a rocket to Pluto on an NES than it would be to find a comprehensive character list for all the FNAF characters. So we're gonna kind of be bouncing back and forth between these two and judging them harshly. And also I wanted to make the list the same, so I did that. Well, should we get started then? Starting off the day, we have FNAF 1 Freddy. Iconic Freddy. Peak design. Well, iconic to the series, not really peak design. He's got a funny glare. He was pretty goofy in the original game, and probably the most terrifying. So Freddy gets A. I'd put him higher, but the thing is, there's actually a better designed Freddy. He's iconic to the series, nothing more. Next up, we have Bonnie. Bonnie's kind of one of those guys for me. I never have really liked Bonnie. I mean, way back in the FNAF 1 days, I thought he was a girl. Mainly because I was a literal toddler, so I thought, oh, he's purple. That must mean he's girl. And others thought the same, to be fair. So we're just gonna put Bonnie in B. Chica, I'm sorry, but no. I don't want to discredit OG Chica. She walked so that the rest of the series could run. However, if it wasn't for that reason, she would be in D tier. But because of that, she gets C. Now then, we've gotten to the first part that's gonna anger people. If you watched my recent video on me playing FNAF 3, this isn't probably a surprise to you, but I really don't like Foxy. A lot of people call his mechanic in the base game really clever. I don't really see it. Obviously, I didn't play the game when it first came out, but I don't really get the hype behind him. And I know everyone's gonna be complaining like, Hex, what the hell? Foxy paved the way so that Roxanne could exist. And like, yeah, but like, do I really care? Not really. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say. I just don't like Foxy. I think he's dumb. I mean, I don't like pirates very much, so that probably also ties into it a little bit. But yeah, no, Foxy is our first F. Okay, next up, Golden Freddy. And this is very important, it's FNAF 1 Golden Freddy. He paved the way so that FNAF lore could exist now. But I don't know if he can just get brownie points for that. He wasn't the only thing inside that pizzeria. I can't give him anything higher than a B. And Bonnie goes above him. And you are going straight into F for reminding me that exists. Alright, now we're jumping over to this tier list because we have Phone Guy. Phone Guy's a silly little guy. I do like him. He's very iconic to the series, but I did like him in Ultimate Custom Night. Oh, crap. I'm supposed to be rating you asshats on that as well. I do like FNAF 1 Phone Guy because he dies, and I think that's pretty goofy. For being so iconic to the series, Phone Guy gets an A. Good for him. Toy Freddy time. Toy Freddy is kind of funny because he isn't even iconic to his own game. When I think of FNAF 2 Freddy, I do not think of Toy Freddy. I think of his infinitely better big brother. I'm sorry, Toy Freddy, but you're bad. And not bad in a good way. And I'm sorry, but you're probably gonna be alone in D tier. Toy Bonnie. Keeping up the train of thinking Bonnie is a girl. I'm not a huge fan of this guy. Bonnie will never be my favorite character of the group. So Toy Bonnie gets a high C. Okay. Toy Chica. Toy Chica split the fandom into 2 different groups when they see an animatronic. Those that piss their pants, and those that do other things to their pants. Toy Chica is the reason that degenerates like me exist. And for that, Toy Chica gets an S. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I just put the horny chicken above all your favorite characters. Speaking of horny characters, Mangle. How the hell? Somehow this character went from a mildly terrifying that into something you can't look up on Google without 4 results getting blurred. While their existence may confuse me, Mangle is one of the first characters that I ever hated as a kid, and then they grew on me, and I realized they're actually a really good character. And that's why Mangle also gets S. Next up, we got Balloon Bitch. You might be thinking, hey, does Balloon Bitch get B? No! Balloon Bitch gets bottom of F, and that's not even low enough. A fair rating would look more like this, but we're not doing that. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and put you there. Because you're basically the same thing, except slightly better because you are a secret character or something. Moving on, we have the puppet. I know a lot of people actually really enjoy the puppet. I'm not one of them, but it's for that reason that I like them. Because guess what, guys? Not all of these characters I have to like. I think the puppet did a really nice job spicing up the gameplay from FNAF 1 to FNAF 2. And they had a pretty good mechanic in Ultimate Custom Night. And for that reason, they get an A. Not better than Freddy, but they are better than Phone Guy. And now we have peak design. Withered Freddy, FNAF 2 Freddy, the best Freddy, whatever you want to call him. To me, this is iconic Freddy design. Even all the way back in my Toy Chica Love Taste video that I made, way back in the start of 2022, I said that FNAF 2 Freddy was like my favorite character ever. And I wasn't lying. Why is this video bullying FNAF 2 Freddy? I'm sad. FNAF 2 Freddy is like my favorite iteration of Freddy, because I like how his jaw is. That's my only reasoning. Don't question it. He's got a very scary design. I like his outstretched hand that he has. Definitely the most disheartening thing to me was finding out that FNAF 2 Freddy was not in Ultimate Custom Night when it first came out. But FNAF 2 Freddy will be our first SS, which we are now going to rename to S+, because that sounds better. Withered Bonnie. Withered Bonnie is a better Bonnie than the original Bonnie. There's not even really anything to say about it. I think he's got a really good design. Very cool. Very cool. Cool enough to put him on S. Withered Chica. Again, better than original Chica. By a landslide. Enough to simply put her in B. But here's the thing. There's 2 things that actually boost Withered Chica up. Number 1, her jump scare. I don't know what it is about Withered Chica's jump scare in FNAF 2. It is goddamn hilarious to me. Editing Hex, please roll the clip of my ass getting jump scared by Withered Chica and screaming like a little bitch. What? How did you do that? What did you do? How did you do? Ah! Compared to all the Withered animatronics, her jump scare isn't anything special, but it's so funny. It's not better than the next one, but it's just so funny to me. And also, Withered Chica in Ultimate Custom Night was also hilarious because she got stuck in the vent. That's hilarious. And for that reason alone, Withered Chica gets A for being so goofy. Okay, and now we move on to the better Foxy. This guy is great. He's got a cool mechanic, a little bit unfair feeling at times, but you know, it is still a good mechanic. And also, his design is way better than original Foxy. If this was original Foxy in the original game, I would like him a lot more. But because this is the design that everyone really refers to when they talk about Foxy, I don't like the character. But that still puts FNAF 2 Foxy in a solid B. And now we move on to everyone's favorite boy. I don't want to be that guy, but Golden Freddy from FNAF 2 is far more iconic to me than Golden Freddy from FNAF 1. I'm sorry I said it, and I am standing by that opinion. Not only is this the Golden Freddy that Scott Cawthon used in Ultimate Custom Night, but also, it's basically a completely unique model that Scott made, and it isn't just FNAF 1 Freddy, but retextured gold and slumped over. He gets a B, top of B, and you know exactly what we do to anyone who looks even remotely like this clown. Honestly, Shadow Bonnie has a better design than Toy Bonnie, but unfortunately for him, his lack of existence inside the franchise has made him but a mere C. And then also this guy. I think I'm supposed to hate him, but I don't. Shadow Freddy is the better Shadow character, and I'm not afraid to say it. Springtrap! Okay, here's the thing. I absolutely hate this guy. Not in terms of design, but because of how horrifying he is. Springtrap to me has always been probably the scariest character in this franchise. Springtrap is a rotting man trapped inside of a suit from like 30 years ago. And just looking at him without the suit, good God, he's horrifying. Springtrap was and always will be my nightmare fuel. I still have the vivid memory of being at my friend's house, talking about FNAF, just absolutely pissed terrified of this thing. I don't even fully know why. I just know that I hated him, and I always will. And for that reason, he gets an S for being probably the only FNAF character that's still terrifying to this day. Now we have Phantom Freddy, who is just a reskin of Golden Freddy. And while Shadow Freddy was just a reskin of Golden Freddy, he's a worse reskin of Golden Freddy. So he just gets a C, but he gets a C above everyone else. Phantom Chica. They really pissed me off. Phantom Chica is a retexture of original Chica. Die! Phantom Freddy was FNAF 2. Mangle, Puppet, and Balloon Boy are all exclusive to FNAF 2. Phantom Foxy is FNAF 2. Why are you FNAF 1, Chica? Gah! It's like Ruin all over again. And for that reason, D tier. You're above Toy Freddy, but barely. Phantom Foxy. As of recording this video, I genuinely have no idea what causes Phantom Foxy to appear in your office. So let's find out that fact, shall we? Foxy appears at complete random whenever you use the That's f***ing bullshit! What? Okay, I was on your side until I found out that fact. You are bottom of D, you random ass bullshit character. I hope you die in a fire. Phantom Puppet. Let's mark another character off the list that terrified me as a kid. I don't know what it was about Phantom Puppet. This thing terrified me about on the same degree as Springtrap. Now I've kind of realized it's just a spooky face. That's why I was scared of it as a kid. It's just a spooky face. And spooky face is not enough to get you into the big leagues. You rot in C, right here. Phantom Mangle. I mean, I like Mangle, but I don't like you. You are so loud. Dear God. Their design also, I don't really like. How their face looks always made them look like it had circuitry exposed, which didn't make any sense. You get the lowest spot on B. And while we're here, I hate you. Alright, purple guy. Pretty funny. I like him. I put him in F for funny, but that's not very funny. He gets a B for being purple. And Phone Dude gets a D for pissing me off. Spooky, scary skeletons and Now we get into the ones that I have not played. FNAF 4. Now, FNAF 4 did terrify me as a kid. Not really anymore. I don't know. Their designs are just a bit too eye-catchingly terrifying, if you know what I mean. I mean, they're basically made to be scary, right? And because I haven't played the game, we're just gonna rattle these guys off real quick. Nightmare Freddy always really annoyed me because his jaw is square, but other than that, he gets a pass. Nightmare Bonnie lives in my head rent-free as the one MatPat thumbnail where he literally just had like an arrow pointing behind him. Says I've watched this. I mean, I guess I did watch it 7 years ago. Whenever I think of Nightmare Bonnie, this is what I think of. And that devalues him a bit. Nightmare Chica, I don't like Nightmare Chica for the sole reason of that one post that I've seen that traumatized me forever. It went something like, I bet Nightmare Chica gives really good head, and for that reason, she gets F for f*** you. Nightmare Foxy's pretty cool. He's not FNAF 2 Foxy cool, but they're pretty much the exact same. Freddle! Freddle goes in F for Freddle. Nightmare Golden Freddy, or maybe your Nightmare Fredbear, I don't know. I think it's Nightmare Fredbear. Stomach Mouth is pretty cool. He's got a pretty good design. We'll put him next to Golden Freddy, because that looks right. Plush Trap! I can't ever picture this in the context of FNAF 4. I remember watching this one animation as a kid, where the guy would just use Plush Trap. He just said one line, and it was, "What's for breakfast, Dad?" What's for breakfast, Dad? He would just use that line over and over and over again on Plush Trap. And as a kid, that was f***ing hilarious to me. So in honor of Filthy Frank, he gets F for Filthy Frank. No, I'm just kidding, he gets A. Night Marionette. Night Marionette pisses me off for 2 reasons. Number 1, your name is Night Marionette, not Nightmare Puppet. And number 2, Ultimate Custom Night. Fuck you. but not that much. Probably more like there. Wait, I just remembered. You have fucking plushies all over the pizza plex. Fuck you. I forget your name. Is it Jacko Bonnie? Jacko Bonnie is the worst Jacko. That sounds wrong. I don't know. It's just kind of a lazy. I don't know. I just don't like him. I don't like Nightmare Bonnie. Making him lit on fire does not make him better. Bottom of D. Jacko Chica is one of the few characters in Ultimate Custom Night that makes you care about temperature. And for that reason, I don't like them. But they're better than Fire Bonnie. Nightmare! Sure. Nightmare Balloon Boy! I despise you in Ultimate Custom Night. So much so that you get to go above Toy Freddy. Also, I think his design is just a little bit lazy? I know there's not a whole lot Scott can do with the whole Balloon Boy character and make him more horrifying, but literally all he did was give him red eyes, a big wide jaw, and claws. Nightmare Mangle. Okay, I honestly really enjoy Nightmare Mangle's design. I think they're pretty cool, and for that reason, they get a solid A. And they're actually gonna get to be above those guys. Moving on, we have the Crying Child. We're just gonna put him in top of F for fucking get over it, kid. I don't care if you're stuttering again. I don't care if no one will listen and understand. F. And then we have Golden Fred Bear, whatever his name is. I don't know, bottom of C. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have literally not seen a single thing about Sister Location. And that's genuine. Like, I've seen a little bit of FNAF 4 gameplay, and I'd seen some FNAF 3 gameplay. I have never, ever watched any gameplay of Sister Location. If you asked me what was going on in that game, I could not tell you. So the next guys are going to be purely judged off of design and Ultimate Custom Night. And for the reason that I never played the game, I don't get the joke of exotic butters. So you go in top of D for don't ask me about exotic butters. Baby. You were kind of annoying in Ultimate Custom Night. You get to chill below Chica in C. Okay, Freddy. You were not in Ultimate Custom Night, so I purely have to base off of what I know from you. Shit. I don't know anything about him. We'll put him next to Baby in C. Funtime Foxy. This is the first character that I remember seeing Rule 34 of. I mean, I've probably seen sus shit of the other characters as a child, but this is the one I remember. And for that reason, the very top of S+. You should be in D, but we have another thing here called the Ultimate Custom Night rule. Fuck! You're better than normal Foxy by a large margin. You know what? Changing it up. I know I wasn't going to, but I did. And you guys get to be gray. Ballora! The other character I remember seeing Rule 34 of. I like her jump scare where she like opens her eyes. So you get to be top of C. Bon Bon. I think it would only be fitting if I put you on Freddy's hand. I genuinely have no idea what this character does. But I do know they're in Ultimate Custom Night. I don't know. This is the most horrifying thing I've seen. I don't like you. Or you. I think you're called Mini Renas? They look pretty scary, so we'll put them here. Oh wait, you're on the other hand? Shit. Okay, there we go. You can be on his other hand, actually. You know what? Yeah, you can be on his other hand. Ennard! How do I feel about Ennard? Honestly, the only thing I really know about this character is him from Ultimate Custom Night. And then I also know about him, like, scooting in your house in Sister Location or something? I don't know at what point that comes in the game or what happens even. I just know that he like walks across your floor and it's really fucking funny. So he gets to be above all the other ones. And you look like an endo. And we all know where all the endos go. Shit, I just realized Ennard's technically an endo. No. He's the better mimic. He can stay there. Lolbit! I genuinely have no clue what this character does in sister location. All I know is that this is the third character that I remember seeing Rule 34 of. They can be... I genuinely have no idea. We're going off Hex's rules. And Hex's rules tells me that if this character had more of a personality, they would be like Spamton. And for that sole reason alone, they get A. So the FNAF 6 guys, these are the first ones I actually watched someone like play the game. I watched Markiplier play FNAF 6 all the way back when it first came out. And out of all of these guys, Scrap Baby's probably the second most terrifying, but it's not much for competition, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I know we got Clown Ass over here. She gets right here only because she's pretty terrifying in the very beginning of the game. And also Ultimate Custom Night. Molten Freddy, my man. This guy is hilarious. I love him. He's got goofy lines. He's got even goofier face. Probably the most scary from FNAF 6. I love him. S. Below all the other S's, but S. I honestly don't know what his official name is. I think it's Afton. Everyone calls him Scrap Trap. Here's the thing about our good buddy Scrap Trap. If he was completely isolated from Springtrap and he was just another guy, I would like him a lot more. But he is just so confusing. Where's his endo? Why is he bones now? Why is his forehead so fucking big? You can't give him too much lighting also. Otherwise the weird patches on his suit they just look bad. The renders he's in are pretty good. If you give him spooky lighting, he's pretty terrifying. But someone once said that Scrap Trap looks like a fan rendition of Springtrap, and honestly, I agree with that. But he is still Springtrap, so he gets the lowest spot on B that we can give him. Lefty. Oh, what am I gonna do with you? I don't like Lefty. I honestly would probably like Lefty a lot more if it wasn't just a retexture of Rockstar Freddy. Lefty literally looks like a fan-made character. They go in the top of D. Roxanne. Alright, now we get to the Rockstars. These guys really piss me off. It's not really their fault, but all four of these assholes got to be an Ultimate Custom Night. What the fuck? You're telling me we didn't have room for FNAF 2 Freddy, but we had room for Rockstar Bonnie? You're better than Foxy. You are barely better than him. Ultimate Custom Night bumps you up a little bit, and you make me laugh. This old bird! Trashing the gang! Honestly, I kind of wish that this was just individually ranked. Because obviously, if this was just #1 crate, he'd be S tier immediately. But he gets Mr. Hugs in there. So that's unfortunate for Mr. #1 crate, because that unfortunately means they only get A. Helpy! Helpy goes straight up to S. Helpy was the single greatest invention that Scott Cawthon ever made. There is nothing funnier than this little goof in FNAF 6. And also the line, he helps you do your taxes. That's just great. Old man Consequences need to get himself a burning permit, because I don't like him. Ultimate Custom Night applies here, and I don't like your mechanic. Press C to catch a fish? More like press F. The mediocre melodies. Once again, we have 50 slots in Ultimate Custom Night, and these assholes are 10% of the f***ing roster. You get bottom of B because you're pretty funny. Just kidding, you're in D! If I was judging them fairly, they would all be higher because their voice lines in Ultimate Custom Night are pretty funny. But I am not moving them. FNAF 2 Freddy got cut just so 5 of these assholes could roam around in the ducts. Music Man! FNAF 6 Music Man and Ultimate Custom Night Music Man. I think he's kind of funny. I like his nose. He's not better than Ballora, but that should work. Funtime Chica. Fan servicing at its finest. Her name is Funtime Chica. What do you want me to say? The only thing I really can say is that this is just prototype glam rock chica. Congrats, you get top of B. L Chip. I don't know who L Chip is. And that's being genuine. I genuinely have no idea who this guy is. I don't know what Scott Cawthon was thinking when he made L Chip. He's hilarious. And I love his area in Security Breach. Mainly because it had Roxanne in it. Literally call someone. No, please. You think you're... What? Candy Cadet! He's okay. He would be higher. He'd probably be more in like B. But ever since Ruin came out, a better version of him exists now. So he gets to be better than all of these guys now. Security puppet. Anything green is Charlie after all. Tape woman, I'm presuming this is? Or is this the FNAF 6 recording? I'm going to assume this is FNAF 6 guy. He gets S for his banger ending. Dee Dee. I hate you. Fredbear from Ultimate Custom Night. Pretty neat secret, albeit a strange one to have in. I like him better than FNAF 1 Golden Freddy though. Nightmare Dee Dee, I think that's your name? You're slightly better. Alright, Glitch Trap. We need to have a few words. Listen, Glitch Trap, I'd love to give you more credit, but unfortunately, you're currently under investigation for being associated with... So unfortunately, you're gonna have to take a vacation down to worse F. I don't make the rules. Plush Baby. I never played Help Wanted, and I never will play Help Wanted. But you guys are pretty terrifying, so you get to go above all the sister location animatronics. And Plush Scrap Baby. Fazbear Entertainment was just trying to get a cash grab on this one, and I don't think it panned out for them. So you're gonna be bottom of C. Dreadbear. I genuinely have no clue. Top of D for Dreadbear. Purely for the reason that I have zero opinions about him. Foxanne. That's not... Nope. I'm pretty sure you're called Jacko Foxy. I absolutely despised you in Princess Quest. So you get to go off top of F. Vanessa. White woman will go in bottom of B. I genuinely have nowhere else to put her, so she goes in bottom of B. Vanny! Legitimately, the only thing I can remember from this character is that everyone called her a Steel Wool OC. And honestly, for that reason, above you guys. Do I even need to clarify where he goes? I shouldn't have to. Like I said, if I was ranking him fairly, he'd be down in hell incarnate with the rest of these clowns. Glamrock Freddy. If I have not made it clear enough, I do not like you. For those who missed my playthrough of Security Breach, my love-hate relationship for Glamrock Freddy knows no bounds. He was such a passive little bitch throughout all of Security Breach that I refuse to give him anything higher than the top of D. Glamrock Chica. No one pissed me off more in Security Breach than Glamrock Chica spotting me from 10 kilometers away and killing me. But she gets top of B for being better than a lot of these characters. Monty. I don't really like Monty. However, comparing him to Glamrock Freddy and Bonnie, he's somehow better than most. And now we get to the one that everyone's been waiting for, Roxanne. Now, okay, I know what you're all thinking. And here's the thing. Despite everything, Roxanne is legitimately the best character in Security Breach. Without contest. She's the most well-developed in terms of personality. I mean, it's better than Garbage Eater and Mr. Angry. And that alone would be enough to put her, like, here. However, she's Roxanne. So she gets to bypass everyone in A, jump up to S, literally obliterate everyone here, and then teleport in front of all these guys. Because not only is she the best, but she's also my favorite. Who's surprised? And here's the thing. Going back to Monty, Monty would be higher in this. He has way more personality than Chica, and I like his design better than Chica. However, he is so f***ing irrelevant in Security Breach, it would not feel right to put him above Glamrock Chica. I'm sorry. Alright, now we have Sun and Moon. I honestly never understood what people liked about Sun until I actually played through Security Breach, and I thought he was a pretty good character. Somehow, despite being even more irrelevant than Monty, he had way more personality. So he gets to be above these two, but he's not better than them. Alright, Mr. Moon. Oh man, Mr. Moon, Mr. Moon. I have been waiting an eternity to do this to you. I do not like you. And it's not just for personal reasons. I just do not like him. He's not scary. He's not clever. He's just stupid. However, he's still better than them, but Hand Unit beats him. Endo, the glam rock Endo. You pissed me off for a variety of reasons. Coming back to you. You pissed me off, but I'm gonna put you above Freddy. And then here we have DJ Music Man. Somehow more irrelevant than Monty, and yet 10 times more beloved. If we were going off of memes, I would place him in B tier just for the meme of the giant enemy spider. But unfortunately, because of his underuse, and because he doesn't appear in Ruin, he gets sentenced to slightly below Monty. And this is... I don't think this is Ruin. I think this is just the music men from Security Breach. Or as I like to call them, Little Prick. Little Prick pisses me off for 2 reasons. They would just be a C2 character, but because this is both the Ruin one and the normal one, I absolutely despise you. Somehow more than Funtime Foxy from Ultimate Custom Night. So yeah, go suck one. Before I move on, let's just go ahead and get this one out of the way. Wet floor signs? Absolutely f*** these things. You frame thieves. You little bitches. Quit stealing all my frames! Bottom of F for frame thieves. Staff bots. Honestly, a lot of people say they really do not like the staff bots from Security Breach. I honestly think Security Breach would be so boring if they were not in the game. A lot of people wanted the animatronics to just have more presence instead of having all the staff bots, which is fair. But honestly, I think the staff bots were a really fun time. I mean, they were basically a puzzle to, like, get around. That's all they really were. And that somehow makes them better than Glamrock Chica. Alright, the broken staff bots. You are the absolute worst. Go the f*** away. Stop putting the Night Marionette inside of Security Breach. Die! Alright, now we get into the Shattered animatronics. Shattered Chica's pretty funny. She has my favorite Chica voice line. Please, Hex, play the iconic Chica lines that we all know and love. Music to my ears. And that puts her above normal Chica. Shattered Monty somehow has more personality than normal Monty, because instead of having 4 voice lines, he only has 2. And they're just grunts, which somehow makes him better. This is peak character right here. Shattered Roxanne. Once again, Roxanne aside, honestly a great character with a great, like, personality pairing to go along with it. And also, I don't get to talk enough about how much I actually love Shattered Roxanne's design. I talk about it a little bit in the Ruin Roxanne rants, but she just has such a great design. She somehow takes everything about Roxanne and makes it scary. And also the lack of eyesight is just the cherry on top. Honestly, these two are almost on the same level. Burn Trap! Okay, here's the thing. Before Ruin, this guy would probably be in the top of A. After Ruin, you know exactly where this clown goes. The Blob. Okay, I have a love-hate relationship with this thing. I love him because he may have canonically killed the Mimic in the Gregory ending where he destroys the sinkhole. However, I also hate him because he may be the reason that the entire Pizzaplex broke when he tunneled out of the sinkhole. If that's actually canon and that's what happened, I hate you, and you should be right here. But if it's not the case, then I love you, and I need to shake your hand for killing the Mimic. So for the purposes of this list, he's going in S+ for this one, and worse F for this one. Yes, he's worse than Gregory. They're actually about the same. They both destroyed the Pizzaplex, maybe. Alright, Ruined Chica. You are disgusting and gross. And the trash bag that's hanging in you is absolutely disgusting. However, I feel pity for her because she will now forever be associated with the tag I show meat. So normally she would be in C, but for that reason she gets bumped up to B. I refuse to put her above these two though. Ruined Monty. I'm sorry, Shattered Monty, but the pure memes of this guy is just too much. The memes with this guy and the laughs I've had, my god, he's hilarious. The memes from this guy is just, I love them so much. And it's for that reason that he gets put on the silly tier. Somehow A turned into the silly tier. I don't know how. The silly tier. All right, Ruin Roxanne. All right, Ruin Freddy. Okay, genuinely. Obviously, Ruin Roxanne has to go up here. She's worse than Shattered, sorry. But seriously, Ruin Roxanne is just, she pisses me off so much. But she had a great cutscene, a great ending, so she still gets to be on S with the other Roxannes. Shattered Freddy. I honestly despise this guy. Probably even more than normal Freddy. Listen, here's the thing. I actually really like his design. Referencing Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare is a very cool choice. That's great. I'm glad you guys did that. But, did you really have to go and spank Prototype on his foot? Did you really have to do that? He's better than the mediocre melodies. That's all the credit he gets. All right, Bonnie. Unpopular opinion coming in. I really don't like Glamrock Bonnie's design. I legitimately do not like his design. This is like one of the few times that I actually prefer the fan-made version of a character. I don't know who originally came up with the suspenders idea, but it makes sense. He does not. His little hair tuft, his fitness band for some reason, his coloring is just not good. I genuinely think Steel Wool only put him in the game so that everyone would know what he looked like. I just don't care. I've never liked Bonnie, and this is just probably the worst Bonnie of them all. I legitimately do not like his design. Like, I'm sorry, he's F. The mediocre melodies actually go above him because their voice lines were funny. I legitimately just don't like his design. Okay, this is Eclipse. I like Eclipse for like 2 reasons. Number 1, he's the better sun and moon. Number 2, he gives me hope that there's going to be another Security Breach DLC. Because they just kind of left him on such a cliffhanger. I mean, he was in the game for like 14 seconds and then he yeeted out. Why? I don't know. So for the hope he gave me, he gets to go in an actual A-tier position. All right, the one everyone's been waiting for, the Mimic. For an actual placement, he'd probably fall somewhere in B. But for what this fucker did to Roxanne, and what he might have done to Roxanne, F. I hope you rot in hell for eternity. And you better hope, for your sake, that I don't go down there with you. Mr. Man! Good old Mr. Man! This guy is great. Mainly because he's programmed to keep Mimic away. S tier. S tier. And then we have Candy Cadet from Ruin. We'll put you right there. And you know what? Just so C tier isn't so big, you are gonna go down to D tier now. All right. That's one list done. Now we just come over here. Helpy. Honestly, I kind of like Helpy, but this is not Helpy. Helpy is a good boy who does your taxes. Helpy with an I is an evil psychopath who is associated with the Mimic. And we all know where people who are associated with the Mimic go. Cassie. Cassie is a great character who loves Roxanne, and therefore we love Cassie. You know what, actually, for believing the Mimic's lies, you're actually gonna go at the bottom of S. Even though you love Roxanne just like me, so you're just like me for real, you get to go below all these guys, because you fell for the Mimic's trickery. And I'm guessing this is Tape Girl from Help Wanted? You might be associated with the Mimic. And finally, we have Scott Cawthon himself. Honestly, Scott Cawthon a real one for putting himself inside the games. Based. Okay, that's both the lists done. Now, let's just go through this real quick and make sure everything's where it should be. You know what? Right there. It feels right. I'm honestly gonna make the bold move to move Monty up. Alright, that's everything. This is the official Hex FNAF character tier list. There you have it. This is the official Hex FNAF character tier list. More or less. There's probably a few that could be rearranged in here, but this seems pretty alright. And then this is the second one because for some reason someone just can't make a cohesive list of all the damn characters in a FNAF game. Now then, if you'll excuse me real quick, I'm going to remove all the characters I legitimately do not care about off of the tier list so it looks better. There we go. These are my updated lists. Basically removed all the characters I don't care about. Here is all the characters I don't care about for anyone who is actually curious. If your character's in here, I'm sorry, but I don't care about your character. But yeah, there you have it. I also moved a few things around. Like I had Eclipse at top of A, but I decided to bump him up one. But this is the comprehensive Hex FNAF character tier list. If you have any complaints, leave them in the comments. I will not be taking questioning at this time. Thank you for sitting through this long-ass video. Now you know my full opinion of all the FNAF characters. And if I talk shit on your favorite FNAF character, well, maybe you should get better tastes. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more lazy content like this. Although this one's actually probably going to require more editing than any other video I've ever done. So, okay, bye! Where's the one meme of him? Hang on, hold on, guys. I searched up. I was trying to get the reference image for Monty, and I stumbled across this. Chad Withered Bonnie doesn't care he's missing a face. Jokes about lack of face. Scary. Funny. My hair is ruined. Cries. Only cares for herself. Talks to herself. Hey. Hey, hey, be nice to her. Hey, be nice to her. Bonnie has been missing a face for probably years. When we see Shattered Roxanne, it's like the wound is still fresh. In Ruin, she doesn't continuously talk about how her hair is ruined, okay? It was a fresh event, okay? In Ruin, she's back getting him, okay? Leave her alone, okay? Leave her alone.